Hi guys, it's me again, Lyn from Lyn-RealLife. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Lyn-RealLife. Facebook is Lyn and Lyn-RealLife. Instagram is Lyn-RealLife, or my personal account, Linda Ampedu. Well, I was browsing through the net as usual and I came across Miss Bell. Oh my god, Nanekia. It was her birthday yesterday, and the only thing this woman could do best was to cry out loud on social media. And maybe majority of us will sit somewhere and criticize her that she's, you know, looking for attention. She want people to sympathize with her, blah, 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 blah. In my local language, we will say, Oyen Shishu anymore. But Charlie, this is a case. This has got nothing to do with wanting attention. Miss Bell, Nanekia, wherever you are, I don't know. If you don't know Miss Bell, go to YouTube and search her up. She's the one that sang I Be 16 years. I go baby like this, yo. If you touch my finger, I go tell mommy. She's the one, so bralai. She was even on about, at the end bit of her video, she was on about the number 16, that she needs to investigate what it is. 16 years ago, she adopted a needy, a boy that was in need of a carer, and she made him hers. So she's been with this boy for 16 years, looked after him, took him to school, paid his fees, fed him, clothed him, name it, and so on and so forth. And today, the boy's mom has come back to claim her son, all in the name of people are mocking her. The biological mother of the boy, John, claims people around her are mocking her that John is by far better than her other biological children that she herself has been taking care of. Well, so she went back to Miss Bell to claim her son back after 16 years of Miss Bell sweat and pocket looking after this boy, John. The lady went back to claim her son back, and unfortunately or fortunately enough for Miss Bell, John also went with his biological mother, who never took care of him. And the only thing Miss Bell could do best was to come out and cry out loud. Now, one thing I will tell Miss Bell is, Nanekia, I sympathize with you. I can only appreciate your frustration and your pains you are going through. I don't know how it feels, because myself, I've never been in such a position before. But girlfriend, let me tell you something. There is a difference between the needy, the less privileged, and an orphan. And I'm glad you said it in your own video that you were advising women that went in for adoption that they should rather go to the orphanage and adopt children that don't know their background, children that don't know their parents. By so doing, they cannot trace back where they come from to hurt you at the end of you taking care of them for till they become whoever they become in the future. Nothing is wrong with John knowing his parents or biological mother. Absolutely nothing is wrong with that. But what pains Miss Bell, I believe, is the fact that the boy also left completely with his biological mother after 16 years being in her care. But I want to address this thing. There's a difference between orphans, the needy, and the less privileged. There are three categories, hence the reason they've got names for all three of them. Orphans are people or children that most of the times, especially back home in Africa, they chuck them in the gutters, they leave them and they run away from them, or they just dump them somewhere. These children don't know where they come from. They don't know their mom. They don't know their dads. Most at times, even the owners of the orphanage don't know who their parents are, simply because maybe somebody around the neighborhood, let's say I have got an orphanage back home in Ghana, and a lady come knocking on my door at the orphanage that, oh, Auntie Linda, we saw this baby, freshborn baby, in the gutters. And let's say it was on a Monday that they brought this baby to me, and it was a baby girl or a baby boy. The only thing I would do as the owner of the orphanage, if I want to take in this baby, is the day that the baby was brought in will be the baby's birthday, date of birth. Meanwhile, if you go back, the baby wasn't born on that day, but I've got to give that date to the baby. I've been donating to orphanage, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. Especially when these babies are babies, like a week or so old babies, yeah? I would then name the child after the day that the baby was brought to me at the orphanage, which if it is Monday in our local language, you'll be then named Kwejo if you are a boy, or Ajwa if you are a girl. If you was brought to me on a Thursday, you'll be named Ya or Yao. If you're a boy, you'll be named Yao. Or if you're a girl, you'll be named Ya. So the difference between the needy, the less privileged, and the orphan is that the orphan doesn't know where he or she is coming from. Even the owners of the orphanage, most of the times, don't even know where these orphans are from. Because somebody can give birth in London and dump the baby in Milton Keynes, for argument's sake. Yeah, somebody can give birth in Kumasi and go and dump the baby in Accra, or somebody will give birth in Lagos and dump the baby in Abuja and just take off. The baby wouldn't know where he or she comes from, who the mom or dad is. So is the owner of the orphanage wouldn't also know. And the needy is someone who knows. If you go to orphanage to do donations, most of the times you've got the needy and the orphanage, the orphans in that orphanage. The needies usually go back home because they know where they come from, they know their parents, they know their family house, and so on and so forth. But just that at home, they lack money. They don't have money for upkeeps and stuff like that. So they go to the orphanage to help, and then they get something to eat. They help tidying up the place. They get something to eat. Sometimes they even put them in school, in education. And the less privileged are maybe Kaya U and Kaya Ye's, you know. Those are the less privileged. They also know their background. But an orphan doesn't know where he or she comes from. So Nane Kwame was advising women who are praying to give birth but are not getting pregnant, that even if you've got to adopt a child, do not adopt a needy, rather adopt an orphan, because by so doing, this orphan cannot go back and say, this woman is my biological mother, so I'm going back, or that's my biological father, so I'm going back, to get you hurt in the end. Now, I read a lot of comments underneath Miss Bell's video, yeah? And a lot of you guys out there are bashing John. But me, for instance, I was created differently. Each time there is an issue trending, I try to look at it from both ways. John is a child, no matter how you see it. John is a child. He is a boy of 19. He wants to explore. He wants to taste life. John, being with his adopted mother, Miss Bell, Nanekia, he was being deprived, not by Miss Bell, but by himself. He was depriving himself from doing a lot of things because he knows his adopted mom is a public figure, one big celebrity in Ghana. So whatever nonsense, excuse my French, or whatever, however he misbehaves out there, might not even come back to him, but it will fall back on his adopted mom, Miss Bell Nanequia. So the moment his mother came in the picture, John being a teenage, being a young guy, wanting to explore, wanting to taste life, have fun, thought, this is the best opportunity. Let me go to Choko, where my biological mother lives, with my biological mother, and explore life that I cannot explore whilst I am with my adopted mother, Miss Bell. I don't want you guys to look at it that this boy is ungrateful. In a way he is, because he is a child, but at the same time not a child. But however you see it, he is still Miss Bell's child and his biological mother's child. He is a child at the end of the day. I have got a teenage in my house, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. My first son is almost 19 in June. So however we see it, we always have to remember that. I mean, look at it from this angle. Would John be able to bring different girls maybe every now and then to the house? Miss Bell's house, his adopted mom's house, as his girlfriend. Miss Bell will not allow that because she's a public figure. These girls, we don't even know what they will go out there and talk about or say. So Miss Bell does not want her son John to get himself involved in things that she knows is not even going to speak well about her, Miss Bell, of his upbringing or concerning his upbringing. So when John is in Miss Bell's house, there is a limit to everything. But John, being a teenage, being a boy who is 19, wanting to explore life, perhaps thought, okay, if I go to Choko with my biological mother, I am free to do whatever. And indeed, Miss Bell confirmed. Ever since John left Miss Bell, 15th of December 2020, this month, this year, she's been hearing a whole lot of stuff that he's been doing out there. All these bad stuff that he couldn't do whilst he was with her. But the thing I want to tell Miss Bell is, thank your creator. You've got your own child. Cherish that boy. I know you even said it and you are so right, Nanequia. Ofa obi die eyen ye yen fo obi adie ense no. You pick somebody's thing, somebody's property, somebody's issue to make it yours, to make it better. You don't destroy it for that person. We obi die ye na sebe won so wo die adepa. Oba boy no obi nso behwe wo dia wo ye John no aya adepa nso bi daache. You never know. Miss Bell, don't be too sad and don't be too tough on yourself. Such is life. As long as this boy isn't an orphan but a needy, one way or the other, I am so surprised you did not even prepare yourself mentally for such a day. One way or the other, being Miss Bell, having it all, taking John here, there, flying him here, there, blah, 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 blah. His parents will one day come for him because almost person munyasa anymore. Hey, me bane John, no, me bane John, no. But one thing I will tell John's mom is, Madam, se me ye war. Anka John, me Jenny fi Miss Bell same completely. Because never Miss Bell ka se ofri ni same no. What that say yen? Kai unza kola no penny freedom. Obi anka John say ye Jenny freedom e free ni same. But a man so konkoye too much. Because one shot at a point, obeji won say ma want to main controlling the senior na Miss Bell and cannot work control e ma kola no. Ye ji obi ade eye ni ye ye ji obi ade ensay no. John mame biological mother wo behwe video yi bi. Ye Joe be a dear ye, Miss Bell Joe ban when do yamo. Yan say be a John, at the second yes you be mini kuno. Na Nepia did her maximum best, and the real sense so one cannot do more than his or her best. What try, what ma education, what man in good life. Me senya sa video na me hu se na Nepia ya osu na me gyen se John na Nepia nkasa ba wa chim na wo no one adepa. And yes, our video now, me, I thought, say, na Nepia ba, ne biological son, John, because I've interview be anything. I've got 2 children, I've got 2 sons, John and Adepa, John and Adepa. Just say, Nana, why are they baby? Me 2 chema sister. And your beer ne de why. Ne will go through, it is painful, it hurts, yeah, but listen. Look at your son, your own biological son, at the pa. Na fachechere wate. Anye biakra no owoba. You even said it in your videos. Imagine if I did not have any child of my own. You would have perhaps even committed suicide by now. Because whatever it is you are going through, it is so painful. And whoever will sit somewhere and bash you, say you are seeking for attention again, blah, 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 blah. It is only that person's creator that will deal with that person. I can only appreciate your frustration and your pains. And trust me, I can feel you even from a distance. I can feel the pains that you are going through. But I will also tell you, Miss Bell, if in case John comes back and plead with you, you said so bad, you will not take him back. But if he comes back and plead with you, and your instance is telling you to take him back, please do. But perhaps maybe do not get him too close. Even if you set up a capital, if you give him a capital and set up a business for him, rent a place for him. Once in a while, you go and visit your son. He can come home, have a dinner with you. So you don't get too hurt. You don't get too attached to him. In order for you not to get hurt again, if he comes back and plead with you and your instance is telling you to take him back, please do take him back. But make sure there is this, because the one thing you don't want to go through again is this pains that you are going through. Imagine you being able to overcome this pain and then John comes back again to plead with you. You take him back and then he leaves you again. You will have to re-go through that same pains over again. Who knows the second time? You might not even survive it. Who knows? And Adepa needs you. So, Nana, the foot talk akram de bema on say, Achia emui, achaya beboni na. Oba de anya o shekra no wama oba bema baako Adepa. Concentrate on him. Meaning sa wakume, what is that me? Wakume mu ye fita. Who will come will be our life more with a clean mind, a clean heart. But and yet the bia near pet and a your body aquine and my. You don't know why this happened. Number 16, and so I also person kokoshishem. Be my guest. Made a mess stop. Nya obeya wakuma beto him. But the little I came out to advise you is that there is always a light at the end of every tunnel. Don't get too hurt in as much as it hurts so bad. Do not get too hurt, Nana. And Miss Bell, don't get too hurt. Rather, look at Adepa. Na fane chechere, wate. Na John ma men so dear. John ma men so dear. John ma men so dear. How many times have I said it? Yo. So wait to me, I hurt you be feelings to say. My dear, no, ya then ya ma mini moja. But I know said John no. One quad ne ma mini biological mother who say or person hurt a woman's bell. There be many sure sacolani ungrateful sir. Nemum in pempen swana way drew no or person explore life. And on him so ye be biana edin bonebe battery dino woman's bell near bebo dins a Miss Bell by John. And that me a short acolana in person do better sa tight corner. Inti ne ma me buy and aquala Jane and a biological mother be a wa polluting our Jane. The best thing he thought was doing was to go with his mom. Inti pardon him. And ma wakuman prim ewo John who what a Miss Bell. Hey, or ya would dear or beba. That's the only thing I want to leave you with. Out of 4, Loved ones, my name still remains Linda Mami Afra mi ampedu. Memu dadi yumba mi hunche muda. Owunta mame ba kupe. Medamasimi di mubesia. Bye guys.